Do I remember how to fight monsters? Barely. I do feel like I remember this chest having something good in it, so I want either Ash or Catherine to get over there.
Give it my all.
Let's have Ash.
What should I do?
I'm gonna have to do come over for support in case I get cornered by like a monster.
I'm on it.
Let's see. Do I just attack or do I... Oh, that's not bad. Just attack all of them?
Gotcha.
There we go. Broke it completely. So now...
I'll cut through. I'll go.
Send Felix up there. Easy. Then...
Here we go.
Get some range attacks going. Baloney, go.
Nothing like a good bologna sandwich to hit a dog with in the morning.
What's the odds that Annette can do like 16 damage?
4.
Ooh!
Oh, what the heck?
That was Steel
Oh,
Bow
she has a
Plus.
Steel Bow.
Oh, even Iron Bow Plus. Okay. I'll take it.
That's not the Annette I know.
That worked out.
Maybe she's, you know, on her way to becoming competent.
Cheating.
Crush them all.
Should I also send Dimitri over to this pack? I'm just worried that I'm going to get cornered. I think I'm going to.
I bet she took steroids.
Ooh, I mean,
Me?
hey, if it's producing results, I won't tell anybody.
All right, yeah, let's get a clip of that real quick, and just make sure we have that in the back
Stay
for
focused.
sometime down the line.
No. Don't use my words against me. That wolf is fast. I'm just gonna...
Wow, I can't believe it. What are the odds?
What's this game that I have? Oh, Group Ice. Doesn't that just...
Oh, you're finally in a fight, so now I can bring up stuff.
Oh yeah,
Did
you
you
like come
start
prepared?
playing Rebirth yet?
I sure have.
Oh baby, how you doing?
It's an experience. I had this revelation like the last time I was playing. I don't know like why I feel like I'm so bad at the combat. I've retained absolutely nothing from my experience with the remake, and I'm so bad at the combat, and I don't know why.
That sounds like you.
But
It took me a little bit. I was doing pretty bad at first, but I think I got in the groove of it. It takes a minute to get used to it. Did you, how many hours have you played? Are you in Chapter 2 yet?
yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be in Chapter 2 forever. I'm like 6 hours in.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, there's so many like things that they put on like the map. You know, it's more like open.
Oh, there's
open
so
world.
much exploring to do in the grasslands.
Yeah, and so like I'm just
many
exploring
things.
around. But yeah, that's the thing is like there's been like 2 different instances. So I'm trying to decide if I should attack this monster and take damage or if I should just like 11. I'm just gonna sit here and just let them decide what they want to do. There was like a couple missions that are I think one was like beating this monster, but like I had to do it like in like a time limit and I like couldn't do it fast
Enemy
enough.
intel. Yeah.
Yep, there was the combat simulator, like the first one I like couldn't even get close to doing that at all. And I'm just like, I don't understand.
Did you do the combat simulator, like, training basics?
That was what I just did most recently, because I didn't realize that they were there at first, so...
Yeah, I had a lot easier time after going through the combat basic thing, and then just kind of practicing a little bit with the enemy intel and random fights.
Yeah, because, like, one thing I did not understand at all was how the synergy stuff worked, and so, like...
The synergy stuff was super confusing until they, like, gave an actual tutorial saying, like, some of them you hold, some of them you spam.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, oh, synergy is like one of the best game mechanics in the game, actually, as soon as they actually tell you how it works.
Yeah.
Because I was exploring the grasslands before I looked at the combat simulator.
Yep.
And, like, I had unlocked some synergy things, and I was like, what happens when you, like, it doesn't seem like they do anything when I do it. It's because I wasn't holding the button for the charge ones, and I wasn't spamming square for the, like, rapid fire ones.
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't know that was a thing that I needed to do.
Yeah, I still need to figure out, like, you know, the differences between, like, which ones do which. Because, like, I just did the tutorial, like, I think, like, last time that I played. I haven't been able to put it to use yet, but... Yeah, I'm enjoying it. That's all that really matters, so...
Yeah. The combat, especially if you haven't played Remake recently, it definitely... There's a learning curve, for sure, even if you played Remake before. But once you get the learning curve, it's so much fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I also, like, need to keep playing around with, like... I don't know how much you put into, like, your team composition, like, which 3 that you bring, or which, you know, 2 plus Cloud that you bring. But that feels like it feels like there's probably, like, more optimal, like, things to bring, and I haven't figured out the best way to synergize with my
I just make
team
sure
members.
that Cloud has a healing materia, and then I just mix it up every now and then. I don't have, like, a specific go-to that I keep with.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of
I just learned how to play. I technically learned how to play as everyone, but I mostly know how to play as Cloud and Tifa. And Barret. I avoid playing as Aerith as much as I can.
Aerith does not click with me, like, gameplay-wise.
No, I have the same thing in Tales of. She's a mage character, and I just don't, like, play mages in video games.
Do I go for the materials, or do I go for the kill?
Materials, and then give the kill to whoever you don't want to run down to the bottom.
Alright, yeah, they're broken, so that means that they don't want to attack for, like, a whole turn? Is that how that works?
I'm pretty sure. I always forget how this works.
I think so.
Also, you say get the kill, but it has 1 extra HP bar.
Oh, I thought I already got that. Never mind. I thought that was its last one. I was mixing it up with the other one that I attacked, I think.
Silly Slyroh.
Knowledge gem. Right. Oh, wait, that's actually really good.
Yeah, you could use some knowledge in your life.
I always, because there's a knowledge gem and an experience gem. I think knowledge is for class experience? Skill experience.
Skill acquisition. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's like the sword. Like, yeah. So, like, if I give that to Annette, like, her bows would go faster. Or if I give it to whoever that I need more skills on. Alright, so...
But anyways, FF7 Rebirth is, I'm not sold on the skill tree change. I think I like Remake's skill tree system on, like, the weapons more than Rebirth, but I'm also keeping an open mind. Combat-wise, though, it's just Rebirth with, like, synergy stuff, and so it's more fun.
Yeah.
It's Rebirth plus, hey, we gave you some extra. I'm pretty sure he won't attack you here because you're gonna break his HP bar.
Yeah. No, I knew that. I was kind of contemplating. I was like, do I want to kill with Mercedes or should I, like,
69,
change position?
Nice is in the chat.
Nice. You know what? 30 hand axe. Take your damage. You're fine.
Too
Easy.
See,
Easiest dodge of Felix's career.
I knew it'd be fine. So you can.
Anyways, yeah, Rebirth, pretty dang fun so far.
Yeah, I'm enjoying my time with it.
Thanks.
How do you feel about Queen's Blood?
I love Queen's Blood.
Let's go, bro!
It is so good.
I love Queen's Blood.
I
really liked it at first, and then I started to get a little like, it's getting like some of these opponents are getting a little annoying. But then I realized it was because the cards I had were still baby starting cards, and then I like got 2 booster packs, and I was like, oh no, it's still like the greatest minigame of all time.
Nice. I haven't. There's like the initial thing where like you learn how to play, and then you can fight like 3 different people. Like I fought those 3, and then I'm pretty sure after I beat one, I still like fought them again just so I could play an extra game. But I haven't found more people to play yet. So that's all I have done. But like every time I get a new card, I like go like adjust my deck and all that.
Nice.
So I'm looking forward to it. That's another one where it's like I don't feel like I'm amazing at it. Like I'm pretty sure the first game that I played of it, like I lost, and like it started to click, and then I still like lost another one. But it's fun.
Queen's Blood is very fun.
They must hope to catch us from both sides.
And I only saw one shop that had like the booster packs, and I had already like spent my money elsewhere, so I wasn't able to buy them. So I've only gotten the cards that I've won off of people. Okay, so they don't even attack Ash. Interesting. So one of them draws it this way. We'll see if that's true or not. I think... Alright, I need some strong people this way. I also feel like I remember this being one that once this one dies, the chapter ends even if there's other monsters alive.
Correct.
I remember that happening to me. Okay. I think Annette should stay down here. Send Byleth up this way. I'll actually send Sylvain up this way as well.
Have you done any more of February's hardest video game remakes that start with RE, or have you just been playing Rebirth?
No, I snuck in another session of Persona 3 as well.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, I'm still... I say still. I just feel like every time you talk to me, I'm just like in the middle of like a Tartarus like session. 'Cause that's just like... It's like what I do. I either am playing through Tartarus or like... I'll do like a section where it's not Tartarus, but like I play so much of it that I end up... My stopping point ends up being the next time I go to Tartarus.
Nice.
But I'm pretty sure I made it past floor 100, so I'm somewhere in the low hundreds.
Look at you go.
Yeah.
What month you're in matters more for knowing where you are. Tartarus floors are kind of irrelevant.
I think it's still August.
You don't have the dog yet, right?
No, okay, no, I just got the dog. That's what it was.
Let's go!
I
Bow,
got
wow, wow.
yeah, I got Koromaru, and then I went to Tartarus like a day or two after, and that is
Yeah, so if you
that's
have
where I'm at
Koromaru, then you're
time-wise.
in September at the latest.
Okay, yeah. It's either late August, early September, somewhere around there.
That makes sense.
I didn't even pay.
Do you remember what the last big shadow you fought was? Like the last one on a full moon?
Yeah, the last full moon was the where you actually like met the other people in there like face to face. Yeah. Yes.
So it was the tank.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, you fought Strength and Justice, or not Strength, Chariot and Justice.
Yeah. That one seemed easier than the ones before.
That one was actually the one where I switched the game to hard mode.
Oh, really? Because it was like
because
too easy?
I beat it too easily.
Fair.
I don't know what I've done. I think it's... I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think it's my fault. I think it's Persona 3's fault. But I'm like 5 levels ahead of the level curve.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I don't understand why.
How do you know? Or I guess are you just comparing it to before? I was like, how do you know what level you are supposed
I'm
to be at?
comparing it to the shadows I'm fighting in Tartarus currently, because when you scan a shadow, it shows their level to you.
I've never looked at a shadow's level.
The shadows I'm fighting are like level 53, and I'm level 60.
Oh, wow. Yeah,
I don't feel like I haven't grinded. I haven't done anything to go out of my way. I mean, I pick like the experience up cards in shuffle time.
Yeah, I do that
not like
all the time.
super often, but fairly often. I've started doing it less since I got ahead level-wise. But like the requests and stuff I need, one of my requests from Elizabeth right now needs me to be level 69 to be able to accomplish it.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like,
Nice.
I'm level 60, and I'm like 6 levels ahead of the level curve, but for me to do a request, you want me to be level 69?
Oh, wow. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I've experienced feeling overleveled, but I'm definitely not really struggling.
It's really weird because I'm definitely ahead of the level curve for random enemies. I think they made an error when taking the original game to the new game, and I should talk about this in my next stream as well, because I'm in the middle of a Tartarus run. I left off on a Tartarus run.
Nice.
Yesterday. But in the original game, the problem with the difficulty scaling was that the mini-bosses in Tartarus were ridiculously hard. They were more difficult than the full moon bosses, they were more difficult than the random enemies. Like, the entire difficulty of Persona 3 came from not losing to midway bosses in Tartarus. And there were even some that were infamous. Like, people would be like, there was literally one that was a table, and people were like, hey, like, look out for the table in Tartarus. They're like, oh, is this the part where the table is? It's like, oh, it's the table, this one, you know, stuff like that. Like, mini bosses that were so difficult that when you just said like, oh, I fought the table in Tartarus, people are like, yeah, I know which one you're talking about. It was awful. I hated it. That kind of deal. So they toned those down a bit because the level of the mini bosses is kind of around. I'm definitely a little over leveled for them too. The monad door bosses I'm normally on par with.
Okay.
The strong enemies are at my level. Like when I fought the red glowing enemy, it was level 60 and I'm level 60. I don't know if they level scale with you or if that just happened to work out, but
yeah, I'm not sure.
So like those are fine, but the random enemies are like cannon fodder, like ridiculously so.
Yeah.
Like I usually kill them in 2 moves.
Oh wow.
So I don't know what they've... I think that they did a good job in making it where all of the difficulty of the game was not just the random Tartarus battles, or the random mini-bosses in Tartarus, but they accidentally made the basic enemies too easy, or I unintentionally did something that really over-leveled me.
Yeah, I'm not
Because,
sure.
I am over-leveled, but I don't feel like I've done anything to be over-leveled.
I'll have to let you know if I start feeling that way, because, like, I'm level, like, high 30s.
I didn't hit it until, like, another full moon after you, so...
Yeah, because I'm, like,
let me
level
know.
37, 38, somewhere around that range, so... Let's go. Where did that go?
Murder!
What's done is done.
But another reason I wanted to bring up Rebirth is because I was actually... Or not Rebirth, Reload, is because I was actually talking about you in stream the other day.
Oh, yeah?
I'm, It's starting to hit me again. It took longer than it did in the original, which is an improvement, but I definitely felt Tartarus fatigue today.
Oh, yeah?
Or not today, but in yesterday's stream. I was like, oh my goodness. Especially because, assuming they haven't changed it, I know how many floors there were in the original, and I know that I still have a lot more to go. And I'm like, I don't think I can, like... I mean, I know I can, but, like, I know that I'm going to get to the point where I feel exactly like I did in the original, where I just get bored
Yeah.
of being in Tartarus.
Yeah, splitting it up into
I'm
multiple
also-
sessions for me has helped, but it doesn't quite work for you the way you are recording it and whatnot.
I mean, it would still... Even if I did what you were doing, it would still affect me. Like,
Yeah.
Tartarus just gets tedious after a while, and me being over-leveled somehow definitely isn't helping with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess at least, like... Again, like, I don't know how many floors there are, but, like, if you're over-leveled to a point, it's like you could probably almost skip a lot of floors.
Oh, nice 10%. Also, Annette dies here.
What the heck?
Wasn't I strong enough?
That's annoying. And, of course, that was the last thing to happen.
Silly Slyroh. What was I gonna say?
Alright, let me see. Let me go right.
You can probably curved shot with her from a further distance and be fine.
Yeah, probably. Yes, I'll do this. What is your range specifically? So if I go right here, or I can just attack with longbow. Oh, and you're one short. Or I can
Easy.
curve shot. Perfect. Okay,
Gamer.
Yeah, there we go. Easy. Now I just have to hope that
Missed not-
nobody else does. Actually, no, nobody else does.
Can't afford to lose.
I don't.
But anyways, I've also reached the point where I almost have nothing to do at night. I've had
Oh
like
yeah.
it like comes and goes, but I've had like 2 or 3 dead nights where I've had nothing to do. And it came later than usual. It came about a month later than usual in the game, and I'm not out of things to do, but I'm reaching the point where like I can only do things on certain nights, right? Like I only have 1 more rank up on the monk, and then his social link is done, and then I have 5 more with Tanaka, and then his is done. So that's
Okay.
6 nights.
Yep.
6 nights to finish them, because Tanaka is a guaranteed rank up every time. You don't have to worry about
Okay.
if he's ready to rank up or not. And I already have the monk ready to go to rank 10. So 6 more nights for that. I have 1 more hangout with Ken, and then I've maxed out everyone's characteristics with like their nighttime hangouts. And all of my social
Stay
stats are
focused.
maxed. And I still have about 2 months left in the game.
Wow. Yeah. What are you gonna do?
Nothing, pretty much. It was even worse in the original game, because in the original game, you usually got to that point in about August.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Instead, I've reached it in November. So, I mean, basically the only thing they did is they added those nighttime hangouts and the occasional, you get the occasional thing where it's like, hey, do you want to spend this night with Ken because he doesn't have a social link? So we put in something for him. Which, I mean, let's do the math. All of the characters, they all get 3 each. That's 6 times like
Who?
8.
Me?
So, I mean, it's like 40-ish or something. I can't do quick math. 42, right? Yeah. No. Yeah.
Wait.
No.
What are you
48.
doing the math?
Why can't I do math?
What is
6
it?
times 8? It's 48.
48. Yeah.
Yeah, I did 6 times 7
Is
for
it
a second like an
90%?
idiot. So it's like they basically added 48 more things to do at night, and I've almost done those 48 things because that's about 2 months worth. So they pushed it back by about 2 months before you get to that point where there's nothing to do at night.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm basically there. So
I refuse.
what is your problem?
Hilda missed at 90%. I refuse. I wouldn't be able to kill this wolf with her missing an attack based on where my units
Level
are.
20! Hilda.
More speed?
Still a delicate flower, you know.
Speed and resistance, honestly, not bad.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know how much her speed matters, but she's already, you know, quadrupling enemies right now, but still worth it.
Yeah, you want to keep quadrupling, don't you?
Exactly. Let's do...
But yeah, I was feeling that the other day, and I was like, oh, this will give me something to talk with Slyroh about.
Yes. It's like you understand, even though I feel like you understood anyway, but...
I mean, yeah, I understood anyway, but...
Oh, so close to leveling up.
How have you been doing with your characters? Do you keep switching characters around, or have you started only using specific ones?
No, I still kind of switch my characters around for the most part. I still haven't used Aegis literally a single time.
Nice.
But everybody else, because of like my really long like sessions, sometimes like one of them will end up like lower on SP, and I was just like, I mean, I could use items. I was like, well, I'll just swap them out, you know. And until that starts to backfire, I'll probably keep doing that. But
I mean,
I don't
it
know.
probably won't ever backfire on you.
Yeah.
Like quotation marks backfire, especially because I assume you're playing on normal.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So it'll never backfire on you, but I feel like by the time you get to where I'm at, you'll probably start to see that like your protagonist character has like dyne skills and your other characters still haven't learned theirs yet.
Yeah.
If they end up falling like 3 or 4 levels behind.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see if that that happens or not. So far, it doesn't seem like anybody's falling too far behind. I'm only rotating out. I mean, what, 5 people for 3 slots?
Dog,
And this
Akihiko, Mitsuru, dog's name is Koromaru. I forgot temporarily Yukari, Junpei, and then you're ignoring Aegis.
Yeah. And I mean, this is my first, you know, Tartarus with Koromaru, so like, he already came in like 1 level higher than like everybody else.
Yeah, and you're gonna get another character in a minute.
Okay. So yeah, like, it might start to be hard as there's even more characters to balance. So I don't know if I'll keep doing that.
What should I do?
Or if like one starts to really fall off, or like starts to not really have that much niches, then I'm not sure.
I just get really annoyed at... It's not as bad in Reload, I'm sure. It was abysmal in the OG because the learn sets were so bad. So like, if you did that, then you would go so long with characters not getting good moves because of switching them up.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that as big a deal in Reload, but I still really hate just playing the game and my protagonist is like 4 or 5 levels higher than everyone else.
Yeah.
And then, especially when I'm like, oh, I've got like Bufu Dyne on the protagonist, but Mitsuru still doesn't have Bufu Dyne because that's 3 more levels away. So like, he's just... The protagonist is already the best character mechanically, just because of how the game is designed.
Yeah.
Making him even better than all the other units annoys me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I really hate that.
Yeah, there isn't like a huge gap yet, so I'm sure that'll start to happen, and I'll definitely feel your pain. But for right now, it's going all right. There we go.
Don't underestimate.
Oh, necessary.
Super necessary. Ooh, dang.
Yeah, now for the foreseeable future, my entire free time gets to be split between those 2 games.
What a good time. That's what
not
my
bad.
entire professional time is split between right now, and I love it.
Yeah. I'm glad I kind of have like a system of like, I have these games I play on my own time, and then I have games that I play through like on the channel, because like I said, I'm gonna be playing through Unicorn Overlord, and I was like, I don't have time to play 3 games on my own time, so one of them's forced into a playthrough. Otherwise, I'm not playing it.
Nice. I heard you wanted more dogs and birds, by the way.
We should probably take those out before we
Yeah.
approach that beast.
They're my favorite. Okay.
There's something else I was gonna say about reload before we got off that tangent, but I can't remember what it was.
Okay.
Think. Give 69, guys.
Better not, I was gonna say better not hit, but it didn't.
I mean, it's a 69.
Oh, thanks for getting
Good
crit on the last
timing,
one.
Hilda. What a gamer girl.
Classic.
She's the best.
Alright, I think in the name of survival, I think I just have to go for the kills on these monsters because I only have 4 and they're not even my 4 best units down here. Okay, Steel Bow Plus is enough. Yeah, just hit.
On his forehead. Okay, well,
Okay.
with these crits today.
I don't know. I'll take it. Strength up.
I remember what I was gonna say about reload. Something that really annoys me about reload
Yeah.
is that they could have just fixed the experience system by making it like Persona 5, but they didn't. They did a really, I assume you haven't run into it because you didn't mention it, which further proves my point. But there's an RNG-based thing you can run into that lets you level up characters who have fallen behind level-wise.
Oh, the clock thing, right?
Oh, you have seen it?
Yeah.
Have you used it?
Yeah.
It didn't come up for me until after the next party member that you get.
Oh, well, there was like, I assumed the first time it showed up was like the game being like, hey, this is a mechanic that happens, like...
Nope, it's RNG.
Really? Oh.
Yep.
I've gotten it twice.
I did not get that tutorial until I already had the full team.
Really? Oh.
And I also don't even like it, because you have to use Twilight Fragments for it to get it to spawn based on RNG, and then you only get to choose 2 team members to level up. They can only go up to 13 levels, so by the time I got it, Junpei is already 40 levels behind, so I would have to do it like 4 times to get him caught up. They can only go up 13 levels at a time every time you do it.
Okay.
And it's just, it's an awful band-aid measure to try and fix the bad experience mechanic of the original game when they could have just made it like Persona 5.
Oh, see, knowing how RNG it is, I'm more on your side. I feel like I don't, like, yeah, if it was implemented where, like, it was, like, every certain amount or something like that, or, I don't know, because, like, using Twilight Fragments, I mean, that's another thing, is, like, I always feel like I have so many Twilight Fragments. Is that, like, are you running short of them, or, like...
I'm not running short of them, but that's because I don't use them on random chests on floors.
Oh, really? I've used Twilight Fragments in literally, like, every chest that I've run into, except for, like, the very beginning of the game where I didn't really have that many. But, like, ever since then, like, I constantly have, like, 20-plus Twilight Fragments on me at, like, almost all times.
So do I, but I mean, like, the chests on the random floors, especially if it's just a single Twilight Fragment, are not really, like, worth it.
That's fair.
I'd rather just be able to dump 7 of them into, like, a health recovery whenever I want.
Oh, okay.
To get my SP back and whatnot.
Yeah, the first time... I'll heal you. The first time that I used the big clock thing...
Thank you.
I'm pretty sure whoever I had gain a level was only like 1 or 2 levels behind. It like barely didn't do anything.
Another step
And
forward.
then the next time it happened, I think I was able to bring either Akihiko or Junpei. Somebody was like on the bench that was like 3 or 4 levels behind, and so I was able to get them caught up. But I didn't have to jump any more than like 3 or 4 levels, so I just have a different experience with that, I guess.
It must have been nice that the game told you about it.
Yeah, I assumed that the first time it showed up because it felt like it was pretty early on, too. Like, I don't know how early it can start happening. Like, it was in the... like, the
From
third...
what I understand, it can happen at any time, but you have to, like, be spending Twilight Fragments on the floors, which I didn't do because I didn't want to just open random lame chests.
Okay, because I didn't get it until, like, I think it's, like, the third, like, main, like, area, like, change. Like, not the first area.
That would be the block, the third block.
Third block?
They're called blocks. There's
Yeah.
Tartarus blocks, and that's what they're called.
Okay, yeah, I think it would be the third
They all have their own unique names. But...
block. Yeah. It's the block that I'm, like, still in now, but I'm just, like, way further into it. It was, like, towards the beginning of that one. When it first showed up.
I didn't get it until I'm pretty sure I got the last party member in the team was the first time it showed up.
Okay. Yeah, that's... Because of how, like, it being, like, RNG like that, that's not that great.
It's also, like... Even if you know about it and you make it work for you, I still think it's stupid because there's no reason to do that instead of just make people on the bench get experience, like in Persona 5.
Yeah.
Because after I finally got the tutorial for that, I went and looked at my Persona 5 playthrough, and I looked at Shido's palace, so like the third to last like dungeon in the game. You know what level all my characters were?
What's that?
Joker was level 63. Every other character in the party was level 62. I didn't have to use some stupid clock. I didn't have to get it to spawn by RNG on a random floor. I didn't have to use up material that I may or may not want to be using or whatever.
Yeah.
It was just the characters just leveled up because that's how good games are designed.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's a nice thing in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. That it's just like no matter who you're using, it's like everybody just gains experience at the same rate. It seems like,
as well as SP and AP. Yeah. Just
it's
everyone
like all
gets
the
it because
same.
no one wants to have to do that. No
Yeah.
one wants to have to micromanage switching around characters and keeping them up. They just want to be able to use characters and have fun without worrying about something so stupid.
Yeah.
She's gonna die.
Ow! You tried.
Crit couldn't even save her.
Come on, Annette. Oh my
Remember at
god.
the start of this when Annette got a kill and you were like, oh, maybe Annette's being a good unit finally or whatever.
She's starting to do damage in situations that she needs to do damage, but that was like one of the first things I did. That's so annoying. Oh my gosh.
Yo, this game sucks. Why are we playing this?
I knew this one was hard. Like, especially comparative to every other thing that we've done so far. This has been like the hardest.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think this map is hard. I think you're just too obsessed with killing the enemies that spawn at the top left. I usually just kill when like these two specifically, when these spawn in, I usually just beat the boss and then move on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean like a bunch of, because you have to, there are so many big enemies, you end up using your battalions, they just become more of a hassle than they're worth to me.
Yeah. Okay, so if I can do that, then I don't get doubled. Alright, so I think... I mean, I'm already in this situation, so I need to figure out a way...
Get out of it.
...to not lose. Or maybe I'll get a crit. Okay. This game's so easy.
You still have to kill it in one with Mercedes, I'm pretty sure.
You know what? I wasn't even considering that as an option.
What do you mean you weren't even considering this? What are you talking about?
Well, because...
Is it aimed at Felix, actually? Did hitting it there aim it at Felix? No, it didn't. You have to do the break thing.
Yeah. Well, Mercedes doesn't... well, she went to both. Because the bird still goes.
Bird is the word. Did you use Mercedes Gambit already?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
What does this do? Oh, strength +4. That's not going to be enough. Yeah, if they both attack any of my units, like if they focus like any one of them, let me see. Can this?
You might be able to.
I want to see if I can just like physic. I feel like they're both just gonna either attack Felix or Hilda, and I don't know if they can take both monster attacks.
Felix will because of the shield, I bet.
Yeah. I think Felix can, because Felix will take 12 damage and less than 12 damage combined. Hilda's not getting doubled, so she's also probably fine. That's 14. That's like 14 plus less than 14 damage. So I do think if I just move Annette out of the way, I can increase her strength. That's it. Oh wait, that also just increases her strength.
Make her strong.
Oh, I can shove her. Perfect.
Give her a light tap.
Actually, wait. Am I worrying about nothing? 10. She's got 28. So you would take 18 plus 11. Perfect. So she dies. She's faster. Maybe she'll... Oh, I can't trade. I thought maybe I could change what she was holding, or what she was holding on to. Though I'm pretty sure if anything I change is heavier. Yeah. Maybe she'll avoid. Maybe she'll avoid. That's so annoying. I'm gonna have to redo everything one more time. I have 4 more charges.
I'm on it.
Gosh. You don't have anything. 14. That's fine.
I see why you think this map is annoying, man.
Oh, because I actually like try to beat all the enemies, yeah.
Yeah, because you try and kill all the monsters, but like you don't have enough gambits for that, so I never do that.
My thanks.
Because gambits is like what makes the monsters usable. But now seeing you walk over to the big one and having not a single gambit to use, I'm like, well, yeah, that seems really annoying. I would have had a gambit for this.
What should I do?
Yeah. Okay, that's all the same. Fine. Okay.
I'll crush them all.
You sure will. If only you were one space
When
closer.
when you're in combat, I usually have the game muted so I don't hear my own voice because we talk so much. So hearing you just randomly say "you sure will" to what I assume was something Catherine said is always fun.
I think she said something like, I'll destroy him, or I'll destroy something.
Doubtful.
Yeah. It was more of a sarcasm, because she definitely was not doing enough damage.
Good enough for me.
Yeah, it's weird. With this monster, I can just kind of put everybody here, like, in line. It's just because of the speed. The monsters up top are just so fast. Crit. So easy. Alright, time to watch Mercedes die. I'm hoping that because she's, like, faster than Annette, maybe her avoid will be higher and she'll actually get to dodge one of the attacks or something.
Imagine if the monster just crit Sylvain here and made it all pointless in the
I might have thrown my controller.
Is that a pro controller? You better not throw it. Oh, you know what? The wolf isn't going to be able to hit her here, I don't think.
You don't think? Oh, because
No, I
this
think that the
monster's in
bird
the
is
way.
going to block it.
That would be nice.
It's going to have to attack Hilda or Felix.
Yeah, alright, perfect. Alright.
This was similar to the strategy I was going to suggest if Annette died.
Yeah. And so now, I can get the best of both worlds. Yeah, we're just gonna... With the training bow, take that.
Missed. Would have been so
Done
good.
is done.
Would have been possible. Probably getting the same level up. Yeah.
Feeling
More speed.
Battleground Cafe.
Can I actually break?
I'm about to break.
I think I might end up killing the monster before I'm able to break it. But I'll try it anyway.
No, not if you attack with Hilda last.
not so
Although I don't know if you kill it on the break, do you still get the thing?
We'll find out. Okay, I was
yeah,
like,
so
did that even break?
you'll break it here, but Hilda is also going to kill it because she's Hilda. So
Yeah, we'll see. If not, then oh well. Then I wouldn't have gotten it anyway. Yep, I got it.
yeah, you still got it. Nice.
I figured
Good
it
game
would.
design in my 3 houses.
Dude, you used to be overleveled. What happened?
You fell off, man.
You changed. Oh, okay. Well, yeah, don't let anybody else attack this monster. Ah, yes, more strength and defense. That's what he needs. And HP. Honestly, this is just the perfect to do level up. It encapsulates everything about him as a unit.
Our work is done. My, things did not go as planned.
No, that was a nightmare.
Let us return before any more hawks or wolves join us. But what was that demonic beast doing within the Red Canyon?
Only 9 turns? And of course Hilda.
I mean, 9 turns plus like the 3 that you ran back.
Oh my gosh.